Does anyone know what's happening? Like, does anyone know what's going on anymore? I feel like every day I wake up and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just going with the motions. But seriously, how much motion can we go with at this point? Like, I don't even know my last name. This is a spontaneous video. We're gonna be talking about random things that pop up in my head. And the first thing that's kind of like niggling at the back of my brain is the modeling industry. I have mentioned this multiple times that I am a model, and I do model for like small businesses, and I do model for clothing brands, and I do model for all types of things. And I've been trying to put my foot into the industry, but I don't really know if that's really what I want. I think when you're on social media, we're all kind of told to want the same things and go after the same things and chase the same things. And it's like, I do want to be signed to an agency, but I don't want to be signed to like, how do I say this? I don't want to be signed to an agency that's like typical and normal and basic. Does this sound bad and crazy to say? If I do end up getting signed to one like that, okay, like I wouldn't complain. But I do want to be in an agency where the people look like me, which is unconventional. It's so weird to apply to unconventional agencies and the only unconventional people they're looking for is white people. And I get so annoyed with that because I be going through y'all profiles and shit. I be going through their profiles and I just be like, you know, seeing all these white people and all these skinny people. I don't really rock with that. All of that is white narcissism and white supremacy, and I don't really play like that, okay? My brain goes deeper than that. I want to be a part of an agency where people are allowed to be free and you're just able to capture that beauty, and then we move on with our time and we get paid and move on. I've tried checking out some agencies, but at the same time, another part of me does not like rejection that much. I don't like being ignored. Okay, I'd rather get an answer, but a lot of the time they will just ignore you and never reply. And it's like, you know, that's just what comes with the territory. And I'm still teaching myself, like, you know, you can't put your worth in a rejection. So like, even if I don't get a call back or if I don't get an email back, it doesn't have anything to do with me. Like, I just move on to the next person and the next person and next person. And so far when it comes to modeling, my plan pretty much is to just connect with people and then see where that leads me. That's been my plan for almost everything that I'm interested in, because I feel like we are in a society where networking, what they really mean is ass kissing, and they do expect people to like kiss ass a little bit to get their foot in some kind of doorway. And I'm not really good at ass kissing. I'm not the greatest at it. I feel like if I'm not impressed by you for real, even if you want me to impress you, if I'm also not impressed by you, then I'm not going to give you a reaction. I'm not going to care for you. I've always been that way. I honestly feel like networking is very, very difficult. Social climbing is difficult. I don't really care for it. I don't care for social hierarchy as someone who has autism. But it's not just an autism specific thing, if that makes sense. There are plenty of people out there who are not autistic and they don't care for social climbing. They don't care for social hierarchies. And you know, it just is what it is. Like, I don't really care for it. I just hope that I end up in a place mentally and physically where I belong and I don't have to do too much and I don't have to pretend and I don't have to act like someone I'm not just to put food on the table. Like, I'm not even gonna play like that, okay? Another thing is, I do feel like I don't like the whole only models can be skinny thing, because I don't know what that's supposed to mean. We all know that a lot of these things that we see in the industry, they're all rooted in white is best. White people is best. The white body, the white phenotype, that's what's above. Me being able to just see it just by looking at it, I avoid it. Like, I don't really have time for that. Or they only stick to a specific look. There's so many human beings on this planet. You better know how to diversify yourself, because if you can't diversify yourself, I don't think you're talented as an agency. I don't think you're actually good at what you're doing. I think you're just trafficking people. You're trafficking in appearance. That's what I think. I'll go as far as to say that, and I'm not one of the people that's afraid to say that. I like to be with agencies where I can tell they know what they're doing. You could have 1 million followers and you could still be an agency that doesn't know what they're fucking doing. People will blindly follow anything. Do you not know how many people who blindly follow all types of nonsense? There are so many like platforms out there, so many agencies, so many celebrities out there who have millions and millions of followers, and it means nothing. So followers don't impress me. You being a reputable agency doesn't impress me. As much as you want to be impressed by me, I want to be impressed by you too. Like, what do you bring to the table? We're both asking each other what we bring to the table. What can you do for me besides uphold white supremacy and white narcissism?
Your Honor, let's put that in the, let's mix that in the gumbo. Let's get that shit right. That's that shit right there, nigga. That shit right there. Oh, that's that shit.
So it's like, I don't know, like, some people would start off this conversation by saying hot take, but this isn't hot. This is the truth. And I don't be shying away from the truth, okay? I don't be lying. I don't be playing games. Like, this is the truth and the reality of things. And even when they do scout dark-skinned models, the dark-skinned models already complain so much about how they're dehumanized, how they're used as props, how they have to shave their heads, how they can only look a certain way and have the thin nose and the, you know, like, I'm seeing right through these agencies, the popular ones, the top ones that everybody's fighting to get into. These are agencies that uphold really weird ideologies and values. Like, I just see it like that. I'm not fiending to be a part of agencies like that. What I really want to be a part of are agencies that that push the alternative look, or they don't like other you, or they don't exclude you. Because at the end of the day, if we're really modeling for fashion, is it just white skinny people wearing clothes, or is it everyone wearing clothes? Like, I'm just wondering.
The true, um,
I'm just curious. If you're really about fashion, if you're really about, getting people to wear clothes and wear brands and stuff, I gotta see all types of bodies and all types of faces in these clothes and things like that. I'm not short, but I'm kind of short. I'm not short in the sense of the average person, but I am short for modeling agencies. So I always say like, oh, I'm 5'7", but I'm pretty sure I'm like 5'6". But there's a lot of petite models who are always saying and speaking out about the fact that they always get rejected and they never get to be on the runway because they're short. And I think we've all normalized this idea like, well, to be on the runway, you have to be tall. That's what the white supremacists say all day. That's what they say. And then here y'all go repeating it. Yes, you have to be tall. You have to be skinny. You have to be white. Yes. Yes. So now when I see people that are trying to model, I'll remind them that. Thank you, white supremacists. Thank you, Masa. That be y'all. I'm so over it. That's why I don't be taking y'all fucking seriously. Like, and then the other fat model, if the model is fat, they make sure the model has big boobs and a big ass. Where's the stomach at? Bitches with stomachs exist, and they also wear clothes, and they also wear luxury clothes, and they also got money too. Like, it's not just the same look. I don't like copy and paste. Copy and paste freaks me out. So I don't like a copy and paste society. I don't like a copy and paste institution. Even when I was in school, I never fucked with uniform. They was putting us in uniform, and I was just not fucking with it. Like, I don't like that. I don't like forcing humans into a box. And a lot of people, they like to force humans into a box, and they don't realize what that's rooted in. And most of the time, it's rooted in what. I'm gonna say it. White narcissism. You're probably curious, like, what does white narcissism mean? I don't like using the term white supremacy anymore because there's nothing supreme about being white. You're just a white person with a huge ego and delusion. I think white people who generally subconsciously think that they're better. I also think that black people who think subconsciously that white people are better and light skins are better because it's closer to white. And I think any POC for that matter who thinks subconsciously white or light skin or anything close to white is better, you endorse that. You endorse that idea that, we should just center whiteness. And I don't endorse that. I don't think it's supreme. I don't think anything supreme about it. White people who are genuinely racist take pride in that supremacy word. So I call it what it is. I say white narcissism because that's what it is at the end of the day. And y'all have all been impacted by white narcissism, which is why when I look for agencies and when I look for businesses and brands to work with, I make sure that they're not upholding white narcissism. Like, they're not like pushing the idea that we need to center whiteness or, especially another thing I'd like to talk about regarding the modeling industry is this push of only white trans people. Like, I've never seen a famous black trans model. We get the typical white trans models who blow up, be famous, take their little coins and disappear and move and, hoard it for themselves without actually giving back to the community. But where are the dark-skinned black trans models on the runways and on the labels and the magazines and in the constant projects over and over? Like, I just can't get them off my screen. No, y'all only do that with white people, and I be wiping it off my screen because I don't want to see that. I want to see that. Are you nuts? Why would I want to see that? I want to see dark-skinned models. I want to see dark-skinned dolls on the runway. I also want to see the dark-skinned dolls in clothes. I also want to see the Asian dolls in clothes. I also want to see the South Asian dolls in clothes, the dark-skinned ones. Like, there's so many of us. That's why it's like, I can't take human beings and institutions seriously because there's billions of us in the planet. And you are all, I find it as, a part of me does see it as a lack of intelligence. And to lack the ability to diversify yourself, it makes you lack intelligence. It makes you lack talent. It makes you lack credibility. I don't take you seriously. You can't see past your weird white lens and I'm supposed to take you seriously? I'll never take you seriously. Like, that's just not me. I want to see more disabled people on the runway and not just as like an other. There are plenty of disabled people who are talented and I'm one of them, guilty. There's so many ideas that you can do with wheelchairs. I feel like y'all are not taking advantage of wheelchairs enough. Imagine rolling down the runway and your wheelchair has like a cape with like glittering like lights on it. And then like you're just like the person that's sitting. There's just so much to do. And the thing is, you can even alter it. It doesn't have to just roll. It could slide or somebody could be behind it. Or you could even do a pairing where it's like one person's in the wheelchair and one person's behind it and they could be like complement each other or contrast against each other. There's so many ideas. You guys are not creative. You guys are just racist. Racism is not creativity. White narcissism is not creativity. And I be trying to tell y'all all fucking day, like, this isn't creative. And if the minute I open an agency's account with its little 500K followers and I just see white people, I just think this is bullshit. And the people who follow this account is just as bullshit. And I get the fuck off your profile. And I think more people should be like that. But humans, like, I was gonna say something rude. I was gonna say not all humans are smart, but it's true. Like, not all humans are smart enough to decipher that. I think another thing I want to say is I do want to support smaller agencies. There's so many agencies out there, and a lot of them are trying to put themselves in, a lot of them are trying to break through the modeling industry while putting diverse people on the map, like just putting anybody else on the map besides the same 5 people. Like, and it's so funny because I've heard so much discourse about the modeling industry and so many models saying like, yeah, they put the same 5 models up there. And I feel like also it's who you know situation, and it's not shocking and surprising that who you happen to know happens to be white and elitist. So it's like, I'm not shocked, but I just want to say I'm not easily impressed. White narcissism does not impress me. Fat phobia does not impress me. Transphobia does not impress me, especially transphobia against dark-skinned trans people. Like, that does not impress me. Ableism does not impress me. Like, it just doesn't. If I look at your account and I could tell like you are upholding a weird ideology or you have weird values, I'll see you as a weird ass agency, and I wouldn't care for you. And if anybody were to bring you up around me, I'd be like, they're a weird ass agency. I would never sit here and be like, oh yeah, I think they're cool because they're popular. That's not what I would say, because I don't give a fuck about popularity. Popularity means nothing in this world. Because at the end of the day, what do you guys do with that popularity? It's nothing good. It's not like y'all are like taking that popularity and using it to make the world better. You're using it to make the world shallow. You're using it to make everybody more boxed in and racist and colorist and just ableist and fatphobic and transphobic. Like, I don't know. The modeling industry is real tricky. I have big respect for freelance models. I am a freelance model, so I just be doing stuff. I just be reaching out to people. People be reaching out to me, and I just be doing my work and stuff like that. And honestly, if I never get signed, I don't mind staying a freelance model, because I feel like that could still work in my favor, and I can still be the representation I need to be for the people who need me to be a representation, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. Another thing that I have a really big question about, and I really want to know why we're still allowing this, is shaving the heads. What do you mean we have all these? I mean, you guys are so popular, right? And so reputable and so credible and so important. Why don't you have hairstylists ready for Black women and their hair? What do you mean that these models have to shave their head? And why is it only the Black models? I'm tired of this, because this is like a circling conversation. It circles and no one ever really questions it. They just say, why do they keep shaving their head? And then like they kind of move on. No, let's come back. Stay right there. Why are they shaving their heads? Why are they allowing it? And why is no one saying anything and dead ass being like, this is weird as fuck? Why are you guys not contacting these agencies, the head of these agencies, and saying you're a freak? Call these people weird. Like, y'all be calling the wrong people weird. Y'all be calling the harmless people weird, the people who are just living their life weird. But when it comes to agencies that are like weird, racist, all types of like strange, no one says anything. Y'all just go with it because y'all like social hierarchy. Oh, well, they're popular, so they must know what they're doing. No, that's popular, know what you're doing. Like, I'm just trying to get it. Like, I'm just not getting it. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, I really don't. Like, one thing about me, my mouth, very wide, very open. I'm not afraid to holler. I'm not afraid to open. I'm not afraid to say anything. If something's weird, guess whose mouth is gonna be open first? My mouth. My mouth is gonna be open first, because it generally does get to a point. Like, I can't take the modeling industry seriously, and I can't take the acting industry seriously, especially the acting industry. I've never wanted to be an actor. Do I think that it comes with so many cool perks? Yes, but I already see everything for what it is. I do feel like there's like a push and pull in Hollywood right now where you'll see dark-skinned Black actors, pop through and break through, but at the end of the day, they do get overshadowed by their white counterparts and their white coworkers. And I think Sinners and Marty Supreme was a very good example of that. Sinners, I've never seen it, but I could tell you it was a hit. Marty Supreme, never seen it, and I couldn't, like, the minute it came out, I seen Timothée Chalamet's face on this, like, on the cover of the movie cover or whatever. I was immediately tuned off, because at the end of the day, if I want to watch a white movie, I have endless options. But if I want to watch a black movie, the options are not endless. It's not. Actually, there's a limit. After a while, you hit the endless. And I'm talking about black movies that actually are centered around culture without the constant reminder that we used to be slaves. You know, like I'm talking about actual cinema, that, not saying that it's not cinema, but I'm just saying, you get what I'm saying. You better get what I'm saying. I already said, I mentioned this so many times, like I don't consume stuff that has people othered, because I know what it's like to be othered. I'm the definition of other. Why would I consume media where the dark-skinned girl is going to be disposed by whatever main character or love interest? Why would I watch media that doesn't have fat people in it, even though every day I go outside I see fat people everywhere? Fat people are everywhere, whether you like them or not, whether you're attracted to them or not, it doesn't mean anything. They're everywhere. They're here. They're not going anywhere. Trans people, just casually, if we are fat, they find a way to play into a stereotype. If we are dark skinned, especially a woman, they find a way to play into a stereotype. And I don't consume Western media anymore because of that, because I am sick of it and I am tired of it. And especially for the romance genre, the romance genre to me is in pits of hell. Because why would I sit there and watch straight white people? Like, why? Like, why would I do that? I'm just trying to figure it out. And then it's like, I'm not gonna lie, we are moving in the direction where we are trying to get more queer people on screen, but I need more queer people of color. Because at the end of the day, we're more likely to be killed than a white person who's queer. So why are we not on the screen? Where's our representation? I don't think people get it. If we want to reverse half of the damage that's happening to us, like with society, half of the ignorance, we have to use art. We have to use entertainment forms, because I hate to say this, art makes the world go round. When you see something constantly, you get used to it. If you keep showing us as an other, we'll always be subconsciously an other. If you're never putting us on screen casually, people won't know how to treat us casually. Hello, that's why it's like, listen, I'm not gonna talk about heated rivalry. I've never seen it because I just wasn't interested in it. I would have watched it if the two players were Indian, if they were black, if they were Asian, if they were, like, I get it, white guys, yay. A lot of people, especially white queer people, y'all forget that y'all be white first, which is why every time y'all start talking about oh, y'all just put white in front of everything because you're trying to sound woke. No, we put white in front of everything because y'all are racist, and now now the system is beating up black and brown people because of it. And now we're never seen unless you guys are centered in the media. Y'all are constantly centered, and you want to be comfortable in your little censorship, whatever the fuck is going on. And it's like, no, I don't really fuck with that. So it's like, it's hard for me to consume nowadays media. I feel like back then we had a way more representation. I don't know what happened. I don't know what took place. I used to see more black people on my screen, especially black women, just casually. And they didn't just have one stereotypical personality. They had depth. They had layers to them. I don't think y'all realize Orange is the New Black is what put Netflix on the map.
Your Honor, let's put that in the let's mix that in the gumbo. Let's get that shit right. That's that shit right there, nigga. That shit right there. Oh, that's that shit.
Okay? Like, I didn't know about Netflix at all or care about Netflix until Orange is the New Black came out. That's when I realized, okay, so maybe Netflix doesn't play. But turns out they play and they twerk and they do the splits. So moving on. My job now, as someone who likes to post online, as someone who likes to model and do creative endeavors, I just want to be the person on the screen who's not, how do I say this? I want to show people out there who are like me that we're here. You're not alone. We deserve to be on the big screens. We deserve to be on the billboards. We deserve to be the ones who are constantly called for the next cool project and the next hit project. We deserve to be the ones that are on the runway constantly, and people are just constantly wondering, like, oh, like, she is so famous. Like, oh my God, I knew this was gonna happen. Like, we deserve that. We deserve that, you know? I am gonna go out of my way and live my life, honestly, to the fullest, while trying to be a little bit of representation. You know, I know it's not up to just me. I know it's not just up to me. I can't carry the world of representation on my shoulders. I wish I could, but I can't. And I just feel like if you are someone who's creative, if you are someone who has so many passions and projects, and you are a person of color, you are considered the other in society, don't hesitate to put yourself out there, because we need it. Art makes the world go round. And if we want to break the shackles of us being the other, we got to keep proving. Actually, no. I don't think we gotta prove shit, because I don't like proving shit to nobody. It's either you're smart already or I don't got time for you. I will say, like, art makes the world go round, and we deserve to put our art forms out there. We deserve to put our image out there if we do have one, you know? I really, truly, and honestly believe that. I know that even if I were to get signed to no agency, that would not stop me from putting myself out there, because I deserve to be out there just as much as the next white bitch. Sorry, Ooh. Like I really truly do. I deserve to be on a screen. I deserve to be in an ad or in something. I deserve it. I do. Y'all casually give to the most mediocre people, and it's just boring. Here's the thing, and here's one more thing I want to mention that's just really funny about romance in media nowadays. Even if the ship or the relationship is straight, they follow the same rubric, and I can't stop like talking about this. I don't like straight ships like that. I don't like straight relationships in media because it follows the same thing. The girl is yearning and losing it and sacrificing a piece of herself, and she's used, and her character and her identity is what's being used to build up the male character. Why would I now, hey, if you could hear me, why would I watch that? Why do you think that this would interest me and this would actually have me focus on a screen? A lot of women are conditioned and brainwashed, and so a lot of them might like it and be like, oh no, like this is good, it's good, it's good. Yeah, I'm programmed, but it's perfect. There is so many relationship dynamics out there. I feel like any writer for a film or a movie or a show who's an actual good writer is gonna know how to play around with some dynamics. There's not a single dynamic in media right now that's calling my attention, that's different, where it's like, oh shit, I've never seen this before. And okay, now this is how you study humanity and how you study human love and human relationships. I haven't had that feeling yet. I'm not really impressed. We're following the same boring tropes over and over and over. And then we're getting remakes and spin-offs and remakes and spin-offs and remakes and spin-offs. I'm not watching TV. And I'm okay with that because I have other ways to entertain myself, so I don't have to watch stuff. And I almost want to say that books are better, fan fictions are better than whatever the fuck is going on right now. My world is not ending because people are racist, homophobic, and shit like that. Like, it is what it is. Like, if y'all think that this is what love looks like, yikes. But that has nothing to do with me. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I would really love to see a straight relationship, and I love and I appreciate the dynamic. Because me, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not attracted to men. As somebody who's queer, I am attracted to men, but the dynamic doesn't have to be the same bullshit dynamic. It has to be a dynamic that's like unique, it's different, it's mutual, it's respectful. You get what I'm saying? It's not just me, I sacrifice, and the guy's just a guy. Like, that's not how that works. And that's why people who ship, what's that girl's name? 11 and Mike, sorry, like, I just don't get it. Like, I just really, really don't. And I know y'all could be like, oh, well, da-da-da-da-da. She could not read when she met Mike. Like, I just don't get it. A lot of you are conditioned to believe that when a woman is clueless and meek, she just needs to be saved. But no, these are childlike traits that are usually used by men to manipulate us and keep us under control. Like, I wish y'all could just see that. Look, it doesn't always mean a good thing. It doesn't. I really don't know. Y'all lucky I don't got funds and resources, because I would have shown you what a real relationship and what a real movie looks like, and I could pull it off with a straight couple easy. Because there's so many things you could do. It's not the same bullshit stuff. Like, I don't know. Y'all do not know what's going on for real. Y'all don't know nothing about media for real. Y'all don't know food. That was my quick rant. Call it controversial. Call it whatever the fuck you want. I really don't give a damn or a hoot or a shit. See you in the next video, and thanks for letting me holler. Stay real, stay classy, stay bad.